Imagine this. It's 2 in the morning. You're finally asleep, tucked into that soft moment between dreaming and drifting, when suddenly a bolt of pain shoots through your calf, your whole leg seizes, your breath catches. And before you even know what's happening, you're upright in bed, clutching your muscle, waiting for the wave to pass. If this has happened to you, you're not imagining the pattern. Research shows that nighttime cramps become far more common after age 46, and they affect a majority of women transitioning through perimenopause and menopause. One clinical review found that nearly 60% of midlife women experience these painful jolts regularly. But there is something important and empowering to understand: these cramps are not random. They feel sudden, but they build slowly inside your body, shaped by hormones, circulation, nerve sensitivity, electrolytes, and even small nighttime habits you barely notice. Tonight, we're going to walk through all of it, simply and clearly. You'll learn why cramps strike at night, why midlife makes them so much more likely, the 3 nighttime habits that quietly trigger them, what magnesium can truly do and which form works best, and how hormone therapy indirectly affects cramps. By the end of this, you will understand your body and your nights in a whole new way. Earlier in life, your muscles worked in harmony with your hormones. Estrogen kept blood vessels open and flexible, helped nerves stay calm, and supported smooth muscle relaxation. But as estrogen begins to drop in perimenopause or menopause, that harmony shifts. Studies show that low estrogen increases nerve excitability, meaning the nerves that control your muscles fire more easily. At the same time, circulation changes. At night, when you lie down, blood flow to the legs naturally slows, and your muscles cool more quickly. Cooler muscles are tighter muscles, especially in a body already adapting to hormonal change. And then there is the subtle shift that most women never hear about. When you sleep, your electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, and calcium redistribute inside your cells. This is normal. But in midlife, when your nerves are more reactive and your circulation is different, this shift can become the tipping point that turns a small tightening into a sudden, intense cramp. This is why cramps almost always strike at night. It's not a coincidence. It is physiology. Hormone therapy is not a cramp treatment, but research shows it can influence the systems involved. One study in Maturitas found that estrogen therapy improved nighttime muscle relaxation by increasing magnesium retention, something crucial for preventing cramps. Another study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that HRT improved nighttime circulation in postmenopausal women, which helps keep the muscles warmer, calmer, and more stable. So while HRT is not prescribed for cramps specifically, many women notice fewer nighttime spasms once their hormone levels stabilize. If your cramps began in perimenopause, or exactly when your periods changed, the connection is real. Many women are surprised to learn that nighttime leg cramps don't come out of nowhere. They build quietly, slowly, through a series of small habits and midlife changes that work together beneath the surface. Let's start with the first one, the toe-pointing trap. When you lie in bed and stretch out under the covers, your feet naturally fall into a relaxed, downward-pointing position. It feels harmless, even soothing, but for your calves, it's the perfect setup for tension. When your toes point downward, the calf muscle shortens. And in midlife, when nerves are more reactive and muscles are more prone to tightening, that tiny shortening can be just enough to trigger a full cramp. It's a position your body falls into without thinking, yet your muscles feel every second of it. 2. The blanket pull. Here's a habit almost no woman realizes is affecting her: the weight of your blanket. If the heaviest part of your blanket rests on your feet, it gently pushes your toes downward for hours at a time. It's just a little pressure, barely noticeable, but over an entire night it keeps your calves locked in a shortened, vulnerable position. Some women discover this by accident. One warm night they sleep, without a blanket, and suddenly, for the first time in weeks, no cramps. 3. The evening tightness loop. The story doesn't start in the bedroom. It often begins on the couch. Hours spent sitting with your legs tucked under you, sitting cross-legged, or wearing tight leggings or socks. All of these subtly shorten the calf muscles long before bedtime ever begins. Then you lie down, your muscles stay shortened, and eventually, in the stillness of night, that tension snaps into a painful cramp. Nighttime cramps aren't random. They're built silently by the way your body spends the evening. Now we reach a chapter that deserves far more attention. For midlife women, magnesium becomes especially important, not because you aren't consuming enough, but because your body simply doesn't hold on to it the way it used to. Estrogen plays a key role in magnesium retention. So as estrogen drops during peri and postmenopause, magnesium levels naturally fall too. And here's the tricky part. This often doesn't show up as a deficiency on a blood test. Your blood can look normal, while your muscles are quite literally starving for magnesium. So what does magnesium do at night? It relaxes your muscles so they don't clench. It calms the nerves that fire the cramp signal. It helps balance calcium, preventing muscles from overcontracting. And perhaps most importantly, it supports deeper, steadier sleep, one of the strongest anti-cramp factors of all. A systematic review in Nutrients found that magnesium helps reduce muscle excitability and improves nighttime muscle comfort. Other studies show that when magnesium levels fall, nerves fire more easily and cramp frequency increases. But here's the part every woman needs to know. Not all magnesium supplements work. Some forms pass straight through your body. Some barely absorb. Some cause digestive issues that make women stop taking them altogether. The forms that actually help with muscle relaxation are the ones your body can absorb deeply and use effectively. The two forms that actually work are magnesium glycinate. This form is bound to glycine, an amino acid that promotes calmness and deeper sleep. It absorbs beautifully, relaxes muscles, and is gentle on the stomach. For many midlife women, this is the gold standard. And magnesium malate. This form is bonded to malic acid, which plays a key role in muscle energy and recovery. It helps muscles relax and reduces nighttime tension, making it especially helpful for women with restless legs or evening fatigue. By the time you reach midlife, you're no longer dealing with just a tight muscle. Your body is navigating an entire combination of changes that make nighttime cramps more likely. Your hormones are shifting, and those shifts affect how your muscles and nerves respond. Your electrolytes become less stable, making your calcium-magnesium balance easier to disrupt. Your nerves become more sensitive, firing faster and reacting more strongly to small triggers. Your body naturally retains less magnesium as estrogen declines, leaving your muscles without the support they once had. And at night, your circulation becomes less steady, which makes your muscles even more prone to tightening. All of these factors work together, quietly, gradually, until one night the smallest movement is enough to set off a cramp. Magnesium doesn't fix every cause, but for many women, it becomes the missing link that finally stops the pattern. Small changes, done consistently, can transform your nights. Keeping your feet neutral instead of pointed downward reduces calf tension dramatically. A light blanket or freeing the feet prevents hours of unnoticed shortening. A warm compress or a warm shower before bed increases blood flow and quiets the nerves. Hydration supports electrolyte balance. And magnesium, taken consistently, in the right form, helps stabilize nerves and muscles at their most vulnerable moment. When your body finally tries to rest, and if your cramps began with hormonal shifts, talking to your clinician about HRT can be part of your toolkit. It's not the only answer, but for many women, it is a turning point. Imagine a woman in her late 40s who wakes up 3 times a week from the same searing calf cramp. She thinks it's random until she learns about the toe-pointing trap, the blanket pull, and the evening tightness loop. She adjusts her sleep position, warms her muscles, hydrates more, and begins magnesium glycinate each evening. She doesn't suddenly become a new person. She simply becomes someone who sleeps through the night again. Nighttime cramps don't mean your body is failing. They mean your body is shifting and asking for steady support during a new chapter. If this helped you understand your body better, I'd love to stay connected. Like this video, share it with someone who keeps waking up from nighttime cramps, and subscribe to the Midlife Balance Institute. Tap the bell so you won't miss the next guides on sleep, hormones, and midlife health. You deserve nights that restore you, not nights that shock you awake.